Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a Christmas special TTM opening video. I am a little early this year. Assuming that I do release this video before Christmas, there's also a possibility I might just schedule for Christmas. But I'm actually going to open up everything here on the 23rd, just because Christmas Eve, when I plan to film, and Christmas Day will be very busy. So I will not have time to film. And I don't know when I'll have time after. We'll see. But I can do a video beforehand. So I figured, I think this stack is plenty large enough to do a video on for you guys. If I were to wait till it continued, it would probably be up to here by Christmas Day, I'm sure. So maybe more. Who knows? And these are just the TTMs. I also still have a little stack of Christmas cards that came in from everybody else around the community that I hope to do in a separate video that might take place after Christmas. We'll see as far as time goes. But first, things to get out of the way before we dive into all of this TTM goodness, hopefully. And first, I want to say thank you so much for sticking with me and being patient. And also, it's always a fun time of the year. Hope you do enjoy this extra long video. It's just a once a year kind of thing. And you have to let me know if any of you guys decided to do this as well, where you held your mail either, like I did, started November 1st, but maybe you started in December or something, and you just waited. So it's just kind of like Christmas Day all over again. I am going to, I didn't like black out all the addresses and all the envelopes. I'm not going to show you the front facing part of the envelope. That'll just take too long. So what I'll do is I'll read out like where it's postmarked from, the date to have on the back. Most of them went out in December. I'll be honest. I went a little TTM crazy. So if I don't say like the date, just assume it's December. I will mention it if it was a different month that it went out. Otherwise, we'll just assume it's December just to save time. And we'll try and get through this as fast as possible. But I would definitely suggest put this video on pause or add it to your watch later. Maybe grab a drink or your favorite snack or something. Or maybe if you have something to do, you can just have this playing. You can just listen. But I appreciate you coming by and seeing this TTM Christmas extravaganza video. So we will go ahead and get into this. Also, I will just like briefly look over everything I opened just to make sure they didn't. Some people put notes in saying, please don't share this or whatever. So just out of respect to them, make sure it's okay to show. But other than that, all the addresses you see or that you'd want to find for those people should be on sportscardforum.com or Star Tiger if you want to pay for a service. But I did go through and I pretty much added all my Sports Card Forum pendings. So I was back on there. And I am back on Star Tiger again. So we will try to grab this pile without causing everything to fall over. Okay. First deck. Hope you guys all have a great Christmas. Let's see. North Texas, Texas. And this one is from December. And that'll be the last one December that I mention for you. It is going to be Mr. Lamar Johnson on a 1980 Topps. I don't believe I've ever gotten him before with the past or current collection. So that is a new one. Next up we have Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, very cool. And I just put this card in here for protection. But Mr. Hersey Hawkins signed this Fleer 1990-91 card. And he put a little note, says, Caleb, thank you for your kind words and especially the prayer. God bless Hersey Hawkins. I do try to pray for you guys as well as that watch my channel and for the people I write to. Sometimes they also tell me some specific things that I can pray for, so I do try to do that. This next one is Greensboro, North Carolina, and this was sent out in April of 2025. So this was right at the end before I had to sell the collection. This is going to be Matt Kenseth. So this was out for a little bit. Oh, that one rubbed off a little bit, but that's okay. Actually, all those did. But that's okay. But that one came out good. I guess you can see the marks on the back. But he did sign all 5. Fortunately, some of the marker came off, but honestly, that's those particular cards I sent. They don't hold well. I don't know. To signatures for some reason. Next up, we got Seattle, Washington. This one's really thick. I have not been sending like that one I sent the Matt Kenseth, that 5 cards. I don't think I've sent to anybody like more than 2. So usually I just send like one or 2 cards. Okay, this is Mr. Norm Evans. So he signed a 1976 Topps card, and he also included his story on thegoal.com, which is his Christian testimony. I've been to that website many times. It's a pretty cool website. And then he also included a gospel track. Would you like to know God personally? And then says thank you. I'm not sure if I don't think that's the signature. I think that just says thanks. So yeah. Oh, I still always like to read those just for fun. But I do know God personally, yes. Next up, we have Tampa Bay, Florida. Looks like they signed. This is a photo. This is the first photo return in a while. I have sent out a few of those. Very cool. This is Gigi Fernandez. She was a really good tennis player. A female tennis player. She also signed the protective index card. So I just threw that in there just to help kind of save the photo a little bit. I wasn't sure how the glossy photo would come out too, but it came out nice. I don't have any record of ever sending to her before, but I feel like I definitely did send to her. So I don't know if anyone happens to remember that with all my episodes. Probably not. But I've tried to scour and figure out, like, did I send to her before? But I cannot remember. So potentially first time for that one. So that's our first tennis return since getting back to TTMing. And I have been trying to send up more photos lately. Either printing myself or ordering. So we'll see in the new year, hopefully. Can get a few of those when I have time. This next one's from Atlanta, Georgia. Looks like they also signed the index card too. It's always a cool plus. Oh no, they didn't. It is Sam Mitchell. Looks like he started to in the front and maybe it wasn't working, and so he signed it back. So I did not have any cards of his, otherwise I would have sent a card. But I was able to make a photo. Next up, this one had the postmark's there, but it's rubbed off, so it's a mystery. This is going to be Mr. Mike Gminski. I went on a little, like recently, a little basketball binge, so we're starting to see that because these are at the top of the stack. Next up is Greensboro, North Carolina again. I believe this one's going to be Richard Petty. And indeed it is. Figured I have to get Richard Petty again for the collection, at least once, right? It's got a great signature. Look how huge it is, too. It said that he always usually changes up his signature so that he can spend a few more seconds with the fans, even with as much mail as he gets. He doesn't charge necessarily, but if you want to send a donation, I think they do put it towards his charity. Next up is West Palm Beach, Florida. Got a lot from the South so far. This is going to be Mr. Terry Collins, former manager of the Mets. I had this Albuquerque Dukes minor league card I found, and then he also signed the protective index card as a bonus there, so that's pretty cool. Then we got Mobile, Alabama. A 1977 top signed by Mr. Jim Mason. I don't remember if I have a record of ever sending to him either. But he was a new one for me, at least, I think. Phoenix, Arizona. This is another Albuquerque Dukes player, Clay Hensley. I saw several of those guys from this year signing. There's actually, you can find a lot of addresses on Star Tiger and Sports Card Forum for those old 80s and 90s minor league cards if you're interested in doing a project like that. We got Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is going to be Mr. Ken Ellis, and he sent one of his extra cards. He was a very good defensive back for the Green Bay Packers. So that's really cool. Ken Ellis. Then we got Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is going to be Mr. Randy Dean, who was a former quarterback for the New York Giants. I believe this is his rookie card, or maybe 79 is. Looks like he also wrote a note here. He says, "Dear Caleb, you are a busy young man with a strong faith. Congratulations on your commitment to going to college, balancing responsibilities, supporting your wife, and pursuing your degree in administration. In peace, health, faith, and blessings, Randy Dean, New York Giants, number 15, USA, 1976, handball." Yes, I do remember seeing somebody doing a video, and they mentioned that he was on the Olympic team for handball in 1976. So technically, we have a dual sport athlete there. So that's really cool. And I always like to save my letters. Hopefully, you guys do too. Always, and usually I'll put their name on it or something so I can keep track of who they were, if I remember. Next up, we have Albuquerque, New Mexico, where my wife is from. So, been there many times now. They've got some fun things to do down there. Got Mr. Paul Hartzell, and the mail destroyed it. So maybe in the future someday we'll send to him again. We'll see, but I'm not too worried about it. Next up, we have Denver, Colorado. This was actually sent out in February of this year. Oh, sweet. I don't think I sent to Colorado either, so he must have moved back, or maybe he's traveling, but this is Clint Barmas. And these cards came from Megan TT Hobbies, so thank you, Megan, for these cards. He was one of my favorites back in the day. Set the record for, I think, most home runs by second baseman in the NL at the time in 2009, I want to say. 2008 or 2009, when he really got a chance to play. Of course, the Rockies were not that. If it was the 08 team, they were not great at all. If it was the 09 team, they almost advanced past the Phillies there. Next up, we have Denver, Colorado. I think this one might be a photo. Who did I send to a photo in Denver? Oh. Yeah. I had to send to Broncos legend Haven Moses. I've been trying to focus, like, if I send the photos on like Hall of Famers and star players and like just people I really don't have cards of or are harder to get cards of, I guess, for me. On my limited budget. And he wrote a check mark on the letter. There we go. Maybe just helping him, because he probably gets a ton of mail. Just probably helping him say, hey, I finished this one. So thank you, Mr. Moses. Really cool. Next up, we got Portland, Oregon. I think I got to speed things up a little bit. And jab around a little bit. It's probably like an hour-long episode. Don Lovell from the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. He kind of looks a little scared there. Like he wasn't expecting his photo to be taken. I'm not sure. Probably not. It's probably intentional. Next up, Denver, Colorado. This was sent out in March of 2025. And there were still some TTMs I even, when I sold them, I hadn't even opened them yet. And they just went with the collection. So who knows who else is from February, March, and beyond that I just never opened. But former Avalanche player John Michael Lyles. Lilies, I'm not sure. I should have looked at. I guess I'm not prepared to look these up because I'm doing this literally live as we get it. Next up, Atlanta, Georgia. Looks like they included, oh yeah, it's Mr. Luis Gomez, a 1980 Topps. Also included a little pamphlet for the Church of Latter-day Saints. So there we go. Thank you, Mr. Gomez, for the card and the literature. Then we got Salt Lake City, Utah. I apologize if I sound a little stuffed up. I am. So, don't know why. Just battling something or allergies. Not too sure. Oh, he sent an extra card. This is cool. Mr. Dane Iork. I think I just sent the 87 Topps. Yeah, and he sent the 81. So that's pretty cool. Well, I really appreciate that. Hope if you happen to see this video, Mr. Iork, thank you so much. I'm sure I probably used to have that card back in the day. Next up, coming from the Dallas, Texas area, North Texas, Mr. Dave Chalk on the 1980 Topps. I also did send out a ton of 80s baseball because I had a lot of that, guys. So you'll see many more. This one is, the marking is off, so I'm not sure. This one's also a mystery. It's going to be basketball. Oh, sweet. This is Mr. Del Curry. Stephen Curry's dad. Seth Curry's dad. I got him once before in my old collection, but I hadn't seen people get him back super recently. But I thought I'd try again. Hey, got Mr. Curry. Be cool to get Stephen Curry, but that's probably never going to happen. Next we got Orlando, Florida. This is going to be Mr. Chris Knapp. And right after I sent him, I found like a 78 Topps card of his, I think. But oh well. And then he also signed a sticker card. I threw that in there. Didn't know what else to do with them. I think this one's Metroplex, Michigan. It's going to be Mr. Matt Meesk. I'm just making sure you didn't write on the letter there. He signed his rookie card from 93 Topps with the 4 heads. I'll have to see if anybody else on their signs. Maybe Ryan Freeberg and Tracy Sanders. I've never seen Midray Cummings signed, but I could be wrong. So we'll have to see. Next up we have Spokane, Washington. This one's from actually November. And Mr. Craig Elo. I think he has a new address, so watch out if you are sending to him. Make sure you check that. Because previously he'd been signed from like the same one for years. Next up, Tampa Bay. Hopefully we don't run out of recording time on this one too. It's going to be a rookie card, 80 or Future Stars, signed by John Tamargo. 80 Topps. This one's kind of shredded by the mail, but this is from Sacramento, California. See if the card's okay. Don't know. If there's anything in there. Wish I could show you. But I'm just trying to keep the address out of it. I know probably everybody already knows where I live anyways. Come on. Here, I can show you the back. Look how shredded the envelope is. I did not do that. Well, the card seems okay. That's Mr. Charlie Beeman. I sent to his son, actually. So his address shows his son, I believe. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Next up here. We got Shaney Dugas. Yes, that is his name. You can find some different names there in minor leagues. This one has no postmark. So who knows who this is coming from. Oh, they wrote a note. This is Mr. Joe Danello, New York Giants kicker. Teammate of Randy Dean there. It says, to Caleb, good luck with your collection. Wishing you and your new family all the best and good health and much happiness. Sincerely, Joe Danello. Signed. Protective index card in there. That's very cool. We got Southern Maine now. Got Mr. Bert Roberger, the 80 tops. With, it has to be airbrushed. There's no way that card isn't airbrushed, right? This next one is no postmark. I think it's a photo. It's going to be Mr. Henry Finkel. So I think this one's coming back from Massachusetts. Boston Celtics legend there. Thought that was a pretty cool looking photo. So I sent off to a few NBA legends. Next up, Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be Mr. Rick Manning. Always a great signer. He signed the 80 Indians team card and the 77 tops. That's pretty cool. And we got Carroll Stream, Illinois. This is from November. Oh, nice. This was sent to Texas, so came back from Illinois. Case Keenum. I had one card of his, so this was it. Didn't have great corners, but when I sent it, I know it's kind of hard to see with the blue already on his uniform, but honestly, in person, it kind of looks kind of nice. Not gonna lie. I read his book. Well, I listened to it. Audiobook. It was really good. So if you're looking for a good football book to read, Case Keenum's biography there. The one that he wrote right when he came to the Broncos. Next up, we got Los Angeles, California. This is Mr. Jim Obradovich, tight end from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Back in their days when they weren't that great. I got Denver, Colorado. Probably have several Colorado ones. Got Mr. Joe Strain, the 80 tops. Got Columbus, Ohio. This is Mr. Dan Briggs. He signed the 80 tops card I sent him. And he signed both of the protective index cards. So that's a pretty cool bonus. Thank you so much, Mr. Briggs. This one has no postmark. Another mystery. It is going to be Mr. Dave Bristol, manager of the Giants back in 1980. Looks like he also signed the protective index card. Put things at Reds Hall of Fame 2018. So he was put in the Reds Hall of Fame. I used to have a really cool 5x7 photo signed by him where he was like in a cow milking contest. That was pretty cool. We got Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, sorry, excuse me. We got Mr. Charlie Polio. It's probably Poleo. Signed 89 tops there. Next up is Tampa Bay, Florida. And Mr. Mike Bielecki. I just recently got some more cards of his, so maybe in a year or so, if he's still signing, send those cards. Next up, we got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Got Phil Huffman on the 1980 Topps. That one's a new one. I've never sent to him before. It's got a really nice signature. Looks very cool. Got Mid-Island, New York. It's Mr. Tom Donahue. 1980 Topps with the California Angels. And we got Tampa Bay, Florida again. Mr. Gilberto Reyes. This was not out for very long, so I remember sending one out. Found him an Albuquerque Dukes card, and when he was with the Expos. So pretty cool. And I recently found out my neighbor collects cards, so I gave him some of my commons. So currently don't really have cards, but we'll get more. You know me. Metroplex, Michigan. I just have the ones that like the inserts and random stuff like that. The PC stuff, I guess. I gave him the excess. I thought his kid might like them. Next up, we got 89 Topps of Bruce Fields. I've never sent to him before either. He was a new one. We got Providence, Rhode Island. This is going to be Mr. Bob Montgomery. Last time I sent this card, he didn't sign it. So I was a little hesitant, but I went with it anyways. I don't know if it's because of the facsimile signature or what, but excuse me. San Bernardino, California. Got Mr. Fred Kendall. He not only signed the protective index card, he signed his 80 Topps card and the 80 Padres team card. I don't know if there's anybody else we can get on those team cards or not, if we're just going to keep it with one person. We got Houston, Texas. This one was peeling on the back a little. Oh, it's going to be Mr. David Clyde, and he wrote a note. So he was a draft pick of, I think it was the Rangers, like 1973, 74. I think he totally skipped the minors, unfortunately, due to injuries and just probably rushed him too quickly. Just not pan out for him. But he still was a major leaguer for a number of seasons. He did sign just the protective card I put in there. And he wrote a note, said, "Caleb, thank you for the wonderful letter and Bible passages. I'm a man of faith also. God is alive and well, just waiting for us to reach out to him. God bless and Merry Christmas, David." So that's really cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Clyde, and I do agree with you. Put those there. I have to change the background out here pretty soon. Getting full. Next up is Phoenix, Arizona. I always love it when they give extra notes and stuff. I hope you guys do too. Got Mr. Alan Bannister. I also recently found some more cards of his too. So maybe someday in the future, if he still likes to sign. I usually try to wait a year or two before sending to somebody again, unless I'm paying, like if they charge. Because, I want to give other people the chance to write to them and not overwhelm them. This one's from Raleigh, North Carolina. This one is signed by Mr. Phil Mankowski. And maybe if you remember from one of my old videos, but I'd mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Phil Mankowski was actually an extra. He played an extra baseball player in the background of the movie The Natural with Robert Redford. So he's also technically a movie star, if you could say. So a little extra thing about him. So dig out those cards, Mr. Phil Mankowski, if you want to get a movie star and a baseball player. All right. What do you say we switch these out? I definitely like the Haven Moses one. That one's pretty cool. Hopefully I remember where all those go. That'll be the fun part later, is sorting everything. Okay. Next up is Cleveland, Ohio. The pile's getting more manageable. How are we on time? We're at like 30-some minutes. Halfway through, hopefully. Looks like this gentleman might have wrote a note. So it's going to be Mr. Mark Miller, the 1980 Topps. He was a quarterback. I believe left-handed. I think he was a left-handed quarterback. Wasn't very common back then. He says, thanks for the thoughts and verses. God is good. My pleasure, Mark. Very cool. Put that there. It's nearby. This one's from Atlanta. It's a really tiny envelope. Forgot I used that one. This is going to be Mr. Tony Green to sign the 1976 and 1980 Topps cards. Former safety of the Buffalo Bills. This next one's postmarked on the back, Los Angeles, California. And it's going to be Mr. Craig Chamberlain. I was not expecting this one back so fast. He usually didn't really show that he usually returned like quickly. I thought maybe he might be a coach or something. St. Paul, Minnesota is up next. Land of Dustin Abraham. This is going to be Mr. Steve Comer. Signed the 80 Topps Rangers card and his card from 80 Topps. And I was reading a book by Don Zimmer, and he mentioned Steve Comer. Said he was a fun, but also a little crazy, but like in a competitive way, I guess. But he did like him. So this next one, we know who it's coming from because he put his address on the back. But it's coming from Ted Fritsch in Marietta, Georgia. It is extra thick. He wanted to make sure this got to me, so I do appreciate that. Even put the card kind of in a little bit of a sleeve. So we got he signed the 80 Topps card. He was a center for the Washington Redskins. He wrote a note. Said, with his letterhead there. It says, Caleb, great to hear from you. Sounds like you're off to a great long marriage. Congrats, my best, Ted Fritsch. I don't know why I had trouble reading that. Spokane, Washington. They wrote in the back, God bless you, Caleb. It's going to be Mr. Don Gordon, who included one of his custom cards, but I sent him this minor league card, and then he included this one. So that's pretty cool. He was I think he was a pitching coach for him. There's also the score. I think that's also another Christian athletes website, kind of like The Goal. I've not been on that one. I'll have to check it out. Next up is Boise, Idaho. Excuse me. This is going to be Mr. Rudy Maioli on a 1976 Topps. I just think the card looks really nice, honestly. The colors, the pose, everything. Just looks really cool. Got Santa Barbara, California. Got Mr. Bryn Smith, always signing his 84 Topps. I don't believe that's his rookie. I think his rookie might be like 82. Then we got Denver, Colorado. I think this is another photo return. I'm not expecting some of these photos to come back this quickly because I've not sent them out that long ago. Got NBA legend Brian Winters. Played for the Bucks back in the day. I can't remember if he's a Hall of Famer or not, or maybe Hall of Very Good. I forget. But I knew he was one that I wanted to send to. We got Kansas City. Does not say if it's Kansas or Minnesota or Missouri. Not Minnesota. Stan Wall. Signed these 77 tops. I think that's the Kansas side, if I remember right. The Dodgers. Then we got North Texas, Texas. It's going to be another minor league card from the Edmonton Trappers, Jack Lazorko. Looks like he's got the sun in his eyes there a little bit. Played for the Angels, I believe. Next up, we have Tampa Bay, Florida. Mr. Bob Baylor. Always another great signer as well. 80 tops. We got Fargo, North Dakota. First time we had a North Dakota one here. It's going to be Mr. Dave Goltz. Signed as 78 and 80 tops. I always love sending cards of them, getting a card signed of a picture of them signing. So kind of a, what's that they call it, the third wall thing or something? I don't know if that's really what it is. Metroplex, Michigan. That's what this one's from. Another minor league one. This one I thought was funny. Jeff Kaiser. Do you notice anything wrong with this picture? So if you look down the corner there by my thumb, it says P, so that means he's a pitcher. And he's in catcher's gear. So I don't, it makes you wonder, did the photographer know that? Or was Mr. Kaiser trying to be silly? Who knows? I can't remember if I asked him that or not. He did not reply. I may not have asked. Otherwise, he probably would have. We got Montgomery, Alabama. By the way, I thought that was a funny card. Got Mr. Pete Coachman, who I've never sent to him before either. That was pretty cool. Cincinnati, Ohio. It's going to be Mr. Bill Long. 89 tops. Next up is Norfolk, Virginia. I always forget what Nova is. I think this is a photo return again. Kevin Greavy from the Washington Bullets. Very cool. Signed in silver. Honestly, I think it comes out better on the camera than it does in person. But I have been using glossy photos, so they don't always do well. But that one actually looks pretty good. It's very cool. I'll have to try sending some more photos out here. Wow, this one's old. This was from October 2024 from San Bernardino, California. So, in case you're wondering where I'm getting these dates from, oh, come on, focus. And maybe you can kind of see that. So I put their first name and last name initials in one corner, and their date in the other corner. And it just helps me to keep track of, in case an envelope comes back empty or something, because I've had that happen. Then I know who it is. I can be like, oh, what happened here? This is a hockey return. Glenn Sather on the Topps Archives cards. I forgot that was out there. Boston Bruins players always seem to sign really well, so always like sending to them. Next up, we have Austin, Texas. And it's going to be Mr. Rich Wortham, who I believe I've never sent to before either. That was a new one. All right. Another stack. Santa Barbara, California. Looks like there's a note or maybe a price list. Let's see. No? Maybe it's just my note. It is Mr. Barry Dacus, minor league player. He did include a note. He says, "Congrats on the marriage and good luck on school and the fundraising for cancer research. Best regards." Yeah, that was for an autograph picture. That's where I ended up selling my collection, in case you were wondering. I figured it's been long enough. That's where they went to. So if you guys wanted to buy them, you could go there. This one's from November. This is coming from Miami, Florida. And this is Mr. Oddibe McDowell. And he wrote Happy Holidays on that one, so that's pretty cool. Came back just in time. Psalm 105 and Psalm 94. So he's always a good signer, usually for 1 or 2 cards. I think he doesn't necessarily charge, but I think if you donate, I think he gives it to his church or something. I can't remember. Next up, Denver, Colorado. Oh yeah, he's not too far from me. He's in Lyons, Colorado. This is Mr. Mike Perot. Seattle Mariners pitcher from the 80s there. We got St. Paul, Minnesota. It's going to be Mr. Gary Serum. He's got the secret serum, guys. I know, that was bad. This one has no postmark, and it's from April of 2025. I know there's one that went to my parents' address in here too. Let's see if I catch it when I come across. This is a NASCAR return. Matt Crafton. Or actually, that's technically truck racing there. I don't get too many of those. Matt Crafton. Sad to hear of Greg Biffle. He passed away in that plane crash. He was always a nice gentleman. Now we got Oakland, California. It's going to be Mr. Kiko Garcia. He wrote on the back of the envelope, "Good luck, Caleb. Merry Christmas." Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Merry Christmas to you as well. North Texas, Texas. It's going to be Mr. Buck Showalter, or manager of the Yankees, Orioles, Mets. A few other teams in there. Diamondbacks. Next up, we got Santa Ana, California. The ever great signing, Mr. Joe Sambito. Signed his 78 tops and his 1980 tops. Then we got Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is a Future Stars card signed by Dave Geisel from the Chicago Cubs. This one's from Grand Junction, Colorado. I did not write a date on the back, but it is an orange envelope. This is probably still December, though. It's going to be Mr. Royley Stillman, 78 tops. Very nice. Next up, we have San Antonio, Texas. This will be Mr. Wade Key on the 1980 tops. Looks like he's doing some stretches. We got Orlando, Florida. This one's from November. We got a hockey return. Alan Bester with Maple Leafs. That's like a 1990 Bowman card there. Got D.B. Daniels, New Jersey. Mr. Glenn Borgman on the 1980 Tops. This next one, the postmark is faded, so we can't read it, but it is also from November. It's going to be Mr. Sheldon Creed, another racing return. I think this was a resend because I think I got an RTS and then I got a new address from some fellow collectors. And my note was returned to me. Okay. I wasn't sure if they wrote in it. Next up, Orlando, Florida. This one's also from November. Maybe now we'll start hitting the older stuff. I'm not sure. We got Mr. Greg Kite. Signed his Hoops card. And he also included a little business card. So, Champion Wealth. Learn how you can create championship wealth for your family. So there's his info there if you are interested. He also has QR codes to YouTube channel and website. So I'll leave that up there in case any of you are interested. Next up we have Metroplex, Michigan. This is from November as well. This is going to be Mr. Justin Abdelkader, the Detroit Red Wings. That was an early hockey card I sent. I got my cards. This one's not sure. The postmark is faded, and I believe it was sent in December. Looks like, or it could be November. It's hard to tell. This is going to be Mr. Marty Reed, the Edmonton Treppers card. Very cool. We got Little Rock, Arkansas from November. Mr. Dennis Swilly. I guess I sent 2 duplicates. Forgot about that. Must have had a bunch of extra cards. We got Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's going to be Mr. Ken Mendenhall, former Colts lineman. This is a pretty good lineman as well. We got Sacramento, California. It's going to be Mr. Larry Lintz, who signed this 1977 Topps card. Got one again from November with no postmark. This is going to be Mr. Jimmy Robinson on the 80 Topps. Looks like he wrote a note. It says, thanks for writing and for your kind words. All the best. Jimmy Robinson. And with the date 12/5. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. And I do wish you all the best. This one also has no postmark and is from November. The 1980 Topps signed by former punter of the Cleveland Browns. I feel like he might even play for the Bears, but Johnny Evans. With Ephesians 2:8 inscription. Another card with no postmark from November. Always no postmarks. Those, when I don't have a postmark, that doesn't help me if they ever go missing. Mr. Terry Schmidt on the 2 1976 Topps. Former defensive back for the New Orleans Saints. And he wrote on his own note card, which also Ephesians 2:8 with the additions of verse 9. Thank you for your letter. God bless. Terry Schmidt. It's very cool. Next up we have Sacramento, California. This is from April of this year. Looks like they also included a How to Be Saved track. A 60-second gospel with verse references. This is going to be Mr. Bill Mooneyham with John 3:16 inscription. It's very cool. We got Fort Myers, Florida. This one's from November. It's from Mr. Jimmy Rogers, former coach for the Celtics and the Timberwolves, I believe, and then sure some other teams in there as well. This one's the old one that went to my parents' address, so it could just be a fail. It's from Phoenix, Arizona. It was sent out in January of 2018. Oh, there we go. Looks like the initials FC? I'm not sure. Let's find out. That is signed. It is Mr. Kurt Young. So it's CY. 92 Don Russ. Cool. That was sent out in 2018, guys. It's about 7 years on that one, I think, right? Hey, glad to get it back. Got St. Louis, Missouri from November. It's going to be Mr. Neil Rackers, kicker for the Arizona Cardinals. Got Carroll Stream, Illinois. They put Go Bears on the back. This is from November. It's going to be Mr. Ted Albrecht. And the marker kind of rubbed off, but it is still there. I got Jacksonville. This says RPDC, so I guess Jacksonville, Florida, from November. How we doing on time still? About 50 minutes. Got James Stewart. The Upper Deck. San Diego, California, from November. November when I started kicking back up, I guess. I'm Mr. Coach Bob Weiss. Signed the protective index card and then the 2 cards I sent him. So that's pretty cool. At Greensboro, North Carolina from November. It's going to be Mr. Don McCauley on the 80 tops. We got Greensboro, North Carolina. This one's kind of thick. From April. Must be racing again. Sure is. It is going to be Austin Dillon. There's just 3 cards, but it felt way thicker. I don't remember sending that card, so that must be one that he sent. So that's pretty cool. Mr. Austin Dillon. Then we got Shreveport, Louisiana, from sent out in November. This is going to be Mr. Charlie Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. 80 tops. All right. Last stack, and we're done, guys. We're at what? 50-something minutes still. Norfolk, Virginia. Sent out 11:25. I think from here on out, we'll just assume that they're November now. Save us the time. So we got Clark Gaines. Looks like he sent my letter back. I don't know if he wrote on it. Did not. Okay. This one has no postmark from April 2025. More racing. Daniel Suarez. I guess I sent a duplicate. Those Prism cards came from Megan DT Hobbies, so thank you again, Megan, for your generosity. They're still coming in. Carroll Stream, Illinois. Looks like there's a note in here. A long note. We got Brian Baschnagel, 80 tops. Says, hi Caleb, I do have some ailments, probably mostly due to my playing days. So I did ask, if you had anything to pray for my playing days, but I feel fortunate that I have the health that I have. I do have a wonderful wife to help me on bad days. Thanks for your letter. Hope you have a wonderful life with your wife. All my best. Thanks for asking for my autograph, Brian. So there, if any of you also pray for Mr. Baschnagel, just that the Lord would ease that pain that he might be dealing with. and for patience for his wife. Then we got Denver, Colorado. And thank you for playing with that, Mr. Batchnagel. Carl Mecklenburg, sweet. He signed actually both cards. I asked him, to keep one of them. These cards are from Shoebox Baseball, just like that the Avalanche one. He made them for me last Christmas. And I sent them out, and I've gotten several signed, so very cool. Then we got San Antonio, Texas. Mr. Bruce Bowen. Basketball. So you don't get much basketball. So that's always cool to get. Let me get a Kleenex real quick. That's better. Okay. Working on the home stretch now, guys. Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you have enjoyed this episode so far. I know it's a lot. Appreciate you sticking with me. We got Bruce Boyce Claire, the 80 tops there with the Mets. Indianapolis, Indiana. Mr. Ray Preston, former Chargers linebacker. He also wrote a note that says, "Thank you, Caleb. I wish you the best in all you do. May God bless. Sincerely, Ray Preston." Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 inscription. Appreciate the extra note. We got Seattle, Washington. Jeff West, he was a punter for the Chargers. St. Louis, Missouri. This is around the time I started sending out a lot of football, by the way, the 80 tops football that I had. We got Mike Wood, another Chargers teammate. Says, "Thank you for caring. I wish you and your wife the best that life has to offer. Never give up on your dreams." Mike Wood. P.S. Keep the faith. It's very cool. Thank you, Mr. Wood, and thank you for the wonderful advice. Next up, we have Atlanta, Georgia. This envelope is all kinds of wacky. I'm surprised it even made it. Oh. It's because they included an extra. So apparently, Mr. Butler, snuck out the shot. 87 tops. I was thinking maybe sending the Tony Franklin. We'll see. But I also have requested him already. So I'm coming Butler. This is what Mr. Butler did. So he apparently had a game pass to the Georgia game. But then that has green. Yeah, it's Georgia. And he signed it. Hall of Fame. So maybe he was elected to the Hall of Fame on a shirt. So it was a game pass from November 15th. That's quite interesting. I did not expect to get something like that before. So that's really cool. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Butler. I will have to send him a thank you note. That is something I always encourage you guys to do. If someone ever goes above and beyond when you write to them, send them a thank you note. I think that goes a long way. So I will definitely have to add him to that list. Thank you notes to send out. It's definitely unexpected. It's cool. Definitely a unique item. You can't say I own any of those. I don't know how we top that, but we got John Scarra, former Eagles safety. Next up, coming from Reno, Nevada. This is a Mr. Steve Alford. I believe he's a coach for their team, their basketball team there. University of Las Vegas or something like that, or Nevada. It's probably Nevada. This one has no postmark. It was from November. It's going to be Mr. Zane Smith, the 1993 Fleer. We got Seattle, Washington. Mr. Bill Kruger, who was at the time in the minors there, the Albuquerque Dukes. Thought that was an interesting card. Got Atlanta, Georgia. Nice. William Andrews, and these cards came up really nice. So very cool. Very good running back for them. Sadly, had a knee injury. At Greensboro, North Carolina. Otherwise, he probably would be talking about a Hall of Fame running back. I'm sure he would have played at least a couple more seasons. We got a return from Mr. Bill Bryan, former center of the Denver Broncos. He did write back on my letter. Said, Caleb, thank you for your letter. Great to hear you are another sinner saved by grace, just as me. We have an awesome Lord. Best of wishes for your marriage and happiness. I've been married 47 years, and go Broncos. That's right, go Broncos. He played for them from 1977 to 1989. It's very cool. And John 6:37 inscription. That's one that you don't see often. It's very cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Bryan. Wish you the best as well. This one's coming from North Texas, Dallas, Texas. I think this is going to be Brad Davis. I could kind of see the cards through the envelope. It's going to be former Dallas Mavericks point guard, Brad Davis. Very cool. Then we got Atlanta, Georgia. These are all still November. November sendouts. Mr. Mike Bell. I don't remember sending that one, but I guess I did. Actually, this is from November 2024. That's why I don't remember sending it, because it's old. Mike Bell. Then we got West Palm Beach, Florida. This is from March 2025. Got Mike Loind on the 88 Fleer. Very cool. North Texas, Texas. Looks like they sent back my letter. Oh, you can put them. He put just First Chronicles 4:10. He also looks like Don Stanhouse. He said this card is for you, so I include an extra. I think I sent him the 77 tops. He sent me the 78. So that's very cool. Thank you, Mr. Stanhouse. It's really kind. He also wrote on the penny sleeve there. We got Orlando, Florida. Good thing we're almost done because we're running the room. This is going to be Coach Brian Hill. I have never sent to him before, so that was a new one. We got Phoenix, Arizona. Going to be Robbie Hammock. And thank you to Megan TT Hobbies again for the assist on the address and the card. All right. Last stack of envelopes, and then we have an email request at the end from Clemson. So this is going to be Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be Mr. Brian Finneran for the Atlanta Falcons. Looks like he might have wrote a note. No, just my letter. Got Tampa Bay, Florida. Mr. Steve Swisher. He was a coach on the Sky Sox and also a player with the Cardinals and Cubs and Padres, the other teams. Jacksonville again here. Mr. Mike Prawley, the 1980 tops. Got Santa Clarita, California. This was sent out in February of this year. Mr. Jim Gott. So it's 83 tops, 89 upper deck, 93 fleer. I think I sent to him again, so we'll see in a year if we get back. We got Jacksonville again. This was sent out in May 2024. This is so far our oldest. Oh no, the 2018 was the oldest. It's the second oldest. And we've been waiting on Kyle Brady, tight end. Very cool. Romans 10:9. It's got a number description, and then 81. So that's pretty cool. Those were antique mold boxes, I think. This one's from June 2022. Wow. About a year after we moved into this new address. Oh, wow. It's Mr. Rod Smith. I do remember using an weird envelope. That's all I had at the time, but there we go. 3 cards by Rod Smith. He should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. I don't know why he's not. They just don't seem like Broncos. We got St. Paul, Minnesota. This one's from March of 2025. It's going to be Mr. Tom Poquette. I've gotten Craig Paquette, and I think that's his dad, Tom. Pretty cool. Santa Ana, California. This one's from November. It's going to be Mr. Mike Fiore on the Team USA. I had a Jim Campanis, but I forgot to send it, so we'll look later. This one's from October 2021. And it was sent to Santa Clarita, California, so maybe it's a celebrity? Don't know. It is indeed. Oh, Ed Begley Jr. You know, I think I've tried sending 2 or 3 times, and usually I got the he only signs for donations. So I'm surprised this even worked. So that's pretty cool. I still don't know for sure if he does only sign for donations. Next up, we have Houston, Texas. The envelope is already kind of open, but the card is still there. This is Mr. Doug Rao with 78 tops and 80 tops, but the cards got kind of messed up, but hey, they're just going in the collection. We got Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This is from May 2020, so we just keep getting older. As soon as I mentioned that, oh, this is one of my oldest ones. May 2020. Officials are TV. Oh wow, this was a guy I thought was like my white whale or something because I could never seem to get him. Tom Brookins, 87 fleer, 88 fleer, 86 ton rust. So I've probably sent 2 or 3 times, and that's the first response I've had, I think. So that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll find more in the future. Maybe he's getting caught up in the mail. I know he gets a lot. When you look at his pending, he has a lot of people writing to him. Final envelope here is Milwaukee, Wisconsin from February 2025. And it is going to be Mr. Brian Holton on the 89 score. All right, that's it for all those little envelopes. Our last one is this email from Clemson. I've not had much luck on the email front lately. Although recently I had like a politician from Ireland saying that they would send something, and I think that's about it. So keep trying. It's a way to collect when you don't have much. This is going to be Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney. It was always great to send out, and my old pastor, I believe he said he knew him, so kind of a cool thing there. So because he was a pastor at Clemson. All right, that is the mail day, guys. This is a long video, over an hour. If you made it all the way to the end, let's see here, what should we have you do? Comment. I think this is my 5th year doing this. So comment 5 years in a row. And then they'll know you made it all the way to the end. That'll be the secret code. Nobody else will know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you had just as much fun with me as I was opening them as you were watching. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'm definitely wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you next or before the New Year. I wish you well, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Alrighty, bye.